Hi, welcome back. So what I'd like to do in this clip is, in the first step, to show you how to get organized for this project. Now, you would have received it in a box like similar to this one. This one is from U-Gears, but they're all similar boxes. And they're really kind of sturdy, and haven't had one yet that came with broken parts. But the parts are all made out of presswood. I think it's very similar, from one company to the other. And what you want to do is that if all the parts are in good shape, and they usually are, and you're going to find in there, a few months supply of toothpicks. You're going to find rubber bands of different size, mostly in models that are powered. You're going to find a small piece of sandpaper. I'll come back to that later. Some wax, little piece of wax that is really handy to wax the gears and so forth, and the moving parts, and a good supply of rubber bands. So the first thing I do is look at all the plates and make sure that all the parts look okay, as I said, and then the next thing is to try to identify those parts that are very similar and may present an issue when they're ready to assemble. And there are really quite a few of these, and you have to be very careful. And here's an example. You see these two parts, 17 and 18. They look very similar, but one of them, both of them have a little dot. I enlarged it, quite a bit, and it shows one dot on one, two dots on the other one. And there's a few examples of that in that puzzle I'm working on right now. So what I do, I go through all the parts and make sure that whenever I see a little warning sign or one dot or two dots, I write down the number of the part on the piece of wood in such a way that first, it's easier when it's time to assemble it. But also, if I have to take it apart, then I know which one is 17 and which one is 18. Now the next thing that I do typically, and I avoid being impatient doing that. Next thing I do is I systematically go through all the instructions, and on this page you see an exclamation mark. So I highlighted it using a pen, just to make sure that if I'm working on a model at 9 o'clock at night and that I'm tired, that it reminds me to be very careful. And in this case, this exclamation mark points to a tiny, tiny, tiny little dip in that piece, and that piece has to go exactly at the good location. So it's just a reminder, whenever you see these exclamation marks, be very careful and take a deep breath before doing anything with the parts. In the next video, what I'd like to do is give you some tips and tricks on the tools that can be helpful in tackling a project like that. Thank you for watching.